Satoma Sadgamaya Tamasuma Jyoti Gamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lord, lead us from unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge, from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Revered Swami Ramakrishna ji, dear devotees and friends, I am extremely happy to meet you this evening here in Sacramento. At the outset, I am grateful to Swami Ramakrishna ji Maharaj for giving me this opportunity of meeting you all. In fact, when I wrote to him and gave an email that I am coming to USA, he was that communication was given to only certain centers of the United States. But he was the first to immediately respond that you are welcome and we would like to have your lecture here. And that is quite natural because I know him from I got the privilege of knowing him from last more than 30 years. More than that. Because when I had not yet joined the order, at that time also, I used to go to Rajkot Ashrama and he was there. From that time, pre-monastic days, he knows me. So he has got naturally some affection for me. And so I am grateful that I am now in his holy company today. This afternoon I reached here. Tomorrow morning I go to San Francisco and then from there to Detroit, on to Buffalo, Niagara. I must see, otherwise they will say, why all the way you went to States? And then from there to Thousand Allen Park, and then Boston, Providence. And then the real purpose of coming to States is the 19th International Congress of Vedanta being organized by Massachusetts University. So that will be over on 31st July, and then my talk 31st July Providence will go over. Then 1st and 2nd again two lectures in New Jersey, New York, and then 3rd August I fly back to India. I came here on 18 June. Straight went from airport to Bijli Manor, Swami Vivekananda stayed, because in fact I would come here on a pilgrimage to USA. Though Swami Vivekananda was born in India, but the real Vivekananda was found out by America. That is very true, because there he was an unknown monk. And here he gave his greatest gift, the knowledge of Vedanta and Raj Yoga and all the 4 yogas, everything. Of course, the gift remains unopened, as Elenius Stark said. But I think now 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda is going to be celebrated in a big manner, in a grand manner. 2013 to 14 is the real celebration year, but the preparations have already started. The government of India has sanctioned 100 crores of rupees for the celebration. The central committee is chaired by the Prime Minister of India, and we are also trying that it should be celebrated all over the world, not only in India. So this is the right time when we can reopen the gift that was given by Swamiji, because we need it more than ever. Everywhere I go, they want to know about how to get happiness and peace. So this is the time when Swamiji's gift, the nectar of Vedanta and the Raj Yoga that he gave, should now penetrate. So I came to, I take it as a pilgrimage. I try to go to all the places where Swamiji had gone. So went to Ridley Manor, then New York, both the centers, and then there were some lectures in New Jersey, then went to Washington, from there to Chicago. And I was so happy to stand on the ground, dream fulfilled, Art Institute, where Swamiji threw his bomb, first bomb he threw in America, 11th September 1893. That was also 9/11, you know. On 9/11, he threw the bomb, and that was not well received, so there was another 9/11. And the World Tower. he told on that day, 11th September 1893, that the bigotry, dogmatism, and its descendant fundamentalism have long possessed this beautiful earth and drenched it often and often with blood and sent whole nations to despair. But I fervently pray that the bells that tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all sorts of fanaticism, of all sorts of dogmatism, and of all sorts of persecution, whether with the pen or with the sword in the name of religion. But we did not receive that message, so there was another 9/11. The word changed our stroke. Now more than ever, Swamiji's message of interfaith harmony, his message of Vedanta, his message of peace of mind through Vedanta is much more relevant. So I am very happy. Maharaj has told me to speak on happiness and peace in everyday life, which is the topic everywhere now they are wanting. So my book has undergone 10 reprints, and everywhere it's nothing, a simple message of Sri Ramakrishna Swamiji, but that is the message of peace. But now everybody wants peace, so they really want that thing in the modern language, that's all. So when I went to Europe in 2004, everywhere they wanted me to speak on the same subject. So many places I went. Here also, I have given a lot of options, but most of the places, even day before I was in San Diego, they wanted me to speak on the same topic. Because everybody is in search of peace of mind. The modern man is in search of peace of mind. Everybody is under tension. Whether in America or India, everybody is the same thing. I asked a very young girl, how are you? I am in tension now. Such a young girl, you are in tension. I can understand your grandparents are in tension because they are afraid any moment they may be sent to old age home, The family values in India are breaking. So there also they are afraid any moment they may be sent to old age home. Your father is under tension because recession has come. Whatever comes, in America has its reflection in India. So there was recession in America, still going on. India also we have recession, but of course gradually we have come limping back to normalcy. But here perhaps it is taking more time. But so there, father is under tension. Any moment VRS may come. VRS means voluntary retirement scheme. It is voluntary retirement scheme, but it is coming even compulsory. Because if you don't take voluntary retirement scheme before the proper time, then you may not get all the benefits. So it is indirectly compulsory voluntary retirement scheme. So father is under tension. And your elder brother is under tension, I can understand, because he is in 12 science, 12 science, which is almost like waging a war with Pakistan. So every whole house is almost under tension, and many students are committing suicide, so we have to keep a special program how to overcome tension of board examination. Students are under tension, so I can understand your elder brother tension. Mom is of course under tension because she has to manage the husband, she has to manage the mother-in-law, big problem in India. Then she has to manage finance. The costs are rising, prices are rising, so manage how to get the budget. So financial management is difficult, of course, and management of the children. They do not want to now listen to the parents. They have got their own way, no obedience. And most difficult there, fortunately you don't have that problem, is the management of maid servant. So there they have got, without maid servant they can't work. Here you all work, I saw, everybody works with his or her hands, but there they have maid servant, and good maid servant is not available. They want good maid servant. Anyway, I asked that girl, they all have that problem, why you are under tension? Then she said, Swamiji, I am in senior KG. Last year I was in junior KG, I got first class first. Now my mom has told this year also you must get first class first, I am under tension. So the age of competition, right from childhood they are under competition. So much competition, age of competition. Consumerism has come in a big way. Generation gap. Alvin Toffler said in his book, The Future Shock, the whole society is undergoing such a rapid stage, accelerating at such an accelerated speed, it is fast undergoing changes, that it will be difficult to absorb the shock, the future shock. And that has really happened, the time has come. such an accelerated speed, the whole society is moving. That is why there is a generation gap. Previously, generation gap used to be of many years, but now within 5 years, we become of old generation. A girl student used to come to me at Rajkot, and she used to give long speeches. The elderly people are not able to understand the young generation, and there is a generation gap. And later on, she became a lecturer in the college. Then she reported to me, Swamiji, I used to speak about generation gap. Now my students are saying you are too old-dated. Within 5 years, I have become old-dated. There is a generation gap between me and my students. So generation gap has come. And so the students do not, the teachers, children do not want to listen to the parents. So that the problem has come. Family values are breaking everywhere. Whatever is happening in America, in a big way, has already started in a small way, and it's going on in India also, in other countries also. So everywhere, old values are breaking, generation gap is coming, and most importantly, consumerism will come in a big way. And now the Oxford Dictionary has added one more word, new word has been added, that is the word is affluenza. This affluenza comes to the affluent people, and they are the children of the affluent people in America. They want more and more items, and they get more gadgets, they still want more. The more they get, the more dissatisfied they become. Then they become prey of the Nugan neurosis, and then become drug addicts, and then commit suicide, schizophrenia, and then commit suicide. That is why the parents in America have started affluenza resistant society. In India also, in some parts, this affluenza has come, affluenza resistant society by the parents. So this consumerism is coming, so whole lifestyle has been changed, and all are going mad after the materialistic value. This materialistic civilization has brought in its way, as it should naturally come, this lack of peace of mind, everybody under tension, and stress management programs have become very important. Previously we used to be invited for various types of programs in the various multinational companies. Now most of them, they want the programs for the executives on stress management. So everybody has a stress, all people are in search of happiness and peace. Many books are coming out, you know. There is a book by Derek Humphreys. The name of the book is Final Exit, and book is selling like hotcake, and the book itself is Final Exit, not available. After a long search, I found one copy in a book fair to know what is written there. Do you know what is written? How to commit suicide. And the book is selling hotcake. In Japan, the bestseller in the book name is The Complete Manual on Committing Suicide. 3.5 lakhs copies sold in 1 year, and some people committed suicide. That is 0.35 million copies. And some people committed suicide while taking the book in their hand. France, the bestseller book name is Suicide User's Manual. According to National Institute of Mental Health of America, 25% of people on an average are regularly going to psychiatrists. So schizophrenia has come in a big way. People are trying to commit suicide. They are all in search of, and everybody under tension. If you ask anybody, how are you fine? And then if you ask, is there any problem? Oh, so many problems, you cannot decide in the comment. Everybody has problems, everybody is under tension. This is the modern age has come. There are so many reasons. One is our outlook of life. That is, somehow or the other, that consumerism has come in a big way, and we are all going after the mad race, the rat race, after money. Most of the people have got the equation in their mind. H is directly proportional to M, where H is equal to happiness and M is equal to money. And so they go mad after money, earning money, and they think that more money they get, the more happiness they get. But if statistical analysis of any value, there are 3 countries having highest per capita income: America, Japan, and Sweden. And 3 countries having highest rates of suicides: America, Japan, and Sweden. 3 companies having highest number of mental patients: America, Japan, and Sweden. So what is the equation? H is inversely proportional to M. But don't take a wrong message. That does not mean that money is not required for our life. Money is very much required for making us happy. That is, with that we can buy many things, but we cannot buy peace of mind. Because Peace of mind is not available in the external objects. Now that is the main message of Vedanta. And we have forgotten our aim of life. The aim of life is not to earn money, is not to money. The aim of life is to get happiness. Now, this is a common sense that we forget. There was a fisherman who was sleeping on his boat. It was afternoon, Mexico Beach. And there was a management consultant sitting on the shore. He asked this person, "Hey, why are you sleeping? This afternoon, why are you not going for fishing?" Then he said in a relaxed mood, "You see, sir, in the early morning, when I went for fishing, I got a very big catch. I got a very big fish, and I sold that in the market, and I got very good money, which is enough to meet my needs of today. And so, my quota is over, so I enjoy. Oh, is there any quota system here? Why should you not wait for earning more money? But what I should do with the extra money? Why? You will deposit." Now, he had never heard the word deposit. He had never deposit. You deposit. Then, when you deposit, when you get much more deposit, then you purchase a bigger boat. Then you will be able to go deeper into the ocean. Then you will get much bigger fishes and you will get more money. What to do with more money? Again deposit. And when the deposit increases, you go for more boats. Similarly, go for more boats. Then there will be a fleet of more number of boats and you will become a CEO of a big company. Then are more money. And when you have got enough money, then you come back to me. Then get retired. Then come back to me. Then I have got, the rates of all the investment policies. So I will tell you where to invest your money. When you invest like this, you will get a fixed income every month and you will not have to bother anything and you will be able to sleep nicely. I was sleeping nicely, it is you who woke me up. For sleeping nicely, for getting happiness and peace, such a roundabout process. That is why now they are going for G and H, not G and P. Bhutan has shown the way, a small country. Previously they were asking about G and P, gross national product. Now, the criteria and to judge if happiness, the happiness of the country is by G and H. Gross national happiness is the real criteria. So, they made a survey, World Economic Forum made a survey, which are the countries having highest happiness. And the country having highest happiness, where people are more happy, is Bangladesh, having lowest per capita income. India was 5th, America was 45th. But there are various surveys going on. But what the idea is this, that simple money or per capita income does not make for happiness. Money is very much required, but money alone cannot grant us happiness. There are so many other factors that make up relationships, family values, the values of life, most importantly, the spiritual values. So Vedanta says, you are trying to search for happiness and peace in outside objects. That is why you are failing. An old woman was searching for a needle and she was not able to find. And somebody tried to help her. And she was searching. Then she was asked, where did you lose the needle? That was in the room. But then why you are searching outside? There is no light inside. Here there is no light. So we are trying to search at the wrong place. How can we get? That is why Kathopanishad says, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yuvidhati Kamam Tam Atmastham Yenu Pashyanti Dhira Tesham Shanti Shashvati Netaresham. Nityo Nityanam. There is an eternal Atman. Inside that eternal Atman, there is the eternal Paramatman. The Supreme Soul is there. Nityo Nityanam. Chetanas Chetananam. And there is a super consciousness residing within the consciousness, the Paramatman within the Atman. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yuvidhati Kama. That supreme permeating the whole world and controlling the whole world. Tam Atmastam Yenu Pashyanti Dhira. Those who have realized the Supreme Self residing within this self. Tam Atmastham Yenu Pashyanti Dhira, those wise persons who have realized the Supreme Self residing within this self, they alone can have supreme peace. Tam Atmastham Yenu Pashyanti Dhira, Tesham Shanti Shashwati Netaresham. No one else can have access to that supreme peace. So that peace is already within, but we are searching outside. That is why Kabir says, Moko kahan tu dhunde bande, main to tere paas mein, khojoge tabhi milunga pal bhar ki talash mein. Where are you searching for me? Kabir says, I am already within you. The source of infinite joy and happiness is within every one of us. But we are like the Himalayan musk deer, going mad in search of the smell of musk. नाभि कमल में है कस्तूरी, वृथा मृग फिरे बनकारे, बिन सदगुरु नर ऐसे ही ढूंढे, जैसे फिरे पशु बनकारे. There is a Himalayan musk deer going mad, running mad. Why? From somewhere there is a smell of dust, the musk is coming. And after that, running for a long time, it dies. Then it was discovered the musk was already in the navel of that deer. We are all like that deer. The source of infinite happiness and joy is within all of us, and still going in search of happiness and peace outside, and that is why we are failing. So, Kabir says that the joy and happiness is within all of us. But we are not able to understand that. We are not having that feeling that the joy is within. We are not having that feeling. Shri Ramakrishna told, when you are born as a human being, the purpose of life is to realize God, to have spiritual knowledge. In fact, our scriptures say that out of 8.4 million subspecies, only the human species can have spiritual knowledge. So as a human being, it is our duty to go for realization of the Supreme Self. But the modern science says no, they are not 8.4 million subspecies. They say there are 12.5 million subspecies. Of course, the figure is not much different. Now, cloning and so many things are going on. So 12.5 million species, but they also tell, the modern science also says, out of 12.5 million species, only human beings can have spiritual knowledge, spiritual quotient, spiritual intelligence. Jana Suha says in her book, SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, he says, neurologically, physiologically, biologically, psychologically, from every point of view there is a concluding evidence. There is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. What is IQ? IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. What is EQ? Emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. EQ will tell you how to play the game of life under changed circumstances with changed strategies. And what is SQ? Spiritual intelligence, spiritual quotient. SQ will tell you whether to play the game of life at all or not. Well, that is your choice. What is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? Why we come to this earth? What do we want to achieve before we die? We will have to die whether we want it or not. The most certain thing in this life is death. And the most uncertain thing is the time of death. We do not know when we die. But we have to die. We cannot, there is nobody who can say that, yes, I will not die. Everybody has to die. So, knowing full well what is the purpose which we want to achieve, we have forgotten about that. This is a Zen story. A horse was galloping at full speed, and somebody asked, "Where are you going?" He said, "Ask the horse." Because I am not taking the horse, horse is taking me. So we are not living the life. Life is leading us. We are going mad. Everybody is going mad after money. We are also going mad. So we have lost the purpose of life. So the modern science says, out of 12.5 million species, only human beings can have access to SQ, spiritual intelligence. And the older scriptures, Indian scriptures say, out of 8.4 million species, only human beings can have spiritual knowledge. And that is why the purpose of human life is to realize God or to realize this supreme reality or to get spiritual knowledge. Then Sri Ramakrishna said this, the devotee said, you say that we have to realize God. Where is God? Sri Ramakrishna is residing inside everybody's heart. Bhagavad Gita also says, Ishvara sarvabhutanam vidyesha nuttishtati dhramaya sarvabhutani yantra rudhani maya tameva sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasada param shantim sthanam praptasi shashvatam. Lord is residing inside everybody's heart. And what does he do? Like a machine operator, he operates the machine. And he is doing out the whole thing within, from within. He is controlling the whole thing. So that is why Arjuna, Shri Krishna says, surrender yourself to God, Lord. And then you will get real peace of mind. So God is within every human being. So Sri Ramakrishna said, we have to realize God. We have to manifest it. We have to realize the self. Then the devotee said, you are telling that this, but we are not able to understand that. We don't realize that. Then Sri Ramakrishna asked, now do you believe that I am talking to you? Yes. Why? Because we are seeing you. It's like immediately Sri Ramakrishna, he had like this sort of cloth. He covered his face with this cloth. And then asked, can you see me? No. That means I am not here. No, you are here. Then you said, if you can see, then you are here. If you are not there, if you are not cannot see, then you are not here. No, you are here. And why you are not able to see? Because there is a cloth covering the face. This is the problem. God is very near us. Very, very near us. Atman is very near us. The Supreme Self is very near us. But we are not able to feel it. We are not able to realize. Why? Because there is a screen hiding the reality. It is like Kabir says, Ghungat ka pat khol re, tohe piya milenge, katuk vachan mat bol re, tohe piya milenge. You will get God, but remove the screen. Ghungat ka pat khol re, tohe piya milenge. You will get the beloved, but you have to remove the screen. Now, how to remove the screen? Swami Vivekananda has given the whole gist of Vedanta in a paragraph in Rajkot. That gives us a secret how to remove the screen. Swami Vivekananda says, each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. Do this either by word, worship, psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Dogmas, doctrines, rituals, worships, temples, churches, mosques, all but secondary details. So he gives the gist. Each soul is potentially divine. There is a center of consciousness residing inside each and everybody's heart. So the goal of human life is to manifest this divinity by controlling nature external and internal. How this can be done? By 4 yogas: Karma Yoga, Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga. You may do either with 1 or 2, 3 or 4 combined, or with any 1, 2 or all the 4 yogas, manifest the divinity. And that will give us supreme peace, supreme happiness. In this very life, this can be done. But which yoga should we practice? So Swami Vivekananda says that depends upon you. Your choice. You take up whatever yogas appeals to you. But then, what about you? What you have chosen? Swami Vivekananda says, well, I want to practice all the 4 yogas simultaneously. That is why Romarola says, Swami Vivekananda rode on all the 4 horses of yogas, 4 horses simultaneously. Then Swami Vivekananda says that we should try to practice all the 4 yogas. That will give us integration of personality. Now, in the modern management field, if you go to the management field, there they want to have more of profit. They say you can get more profit if you have more productivity. And you can have more productivity if you utilize all the resources as much as possible. Whatever available, maximum utilization of all the resources will give you maximum productivity and will give you maximum profit. So they say maximum utilization of all the resources. Now, we have got faculties, various faculties. Why not utilize all the faculties and reach the goal quicker? We have hands to work. Why not work for the Lord? That is Karma Yoga. We have mind. With that mind we can meditate on God. That is Raj Yoga. Then we have also intellect. By that we can cogitate what is real, what is unreal, what is real temporary and what is permanent. That is Jnana Yoga. And then we all have a heart. We want to give love. We want to receive love. Why not give the love to the Lord? Because if you give love to the Lord, you will never have to repent. Many youngsters, they come to me and say, "Oh Swamiji, I invested so much money on that girl and she has gone away." And I gave 20 kg of love and I received 19 kg. I am so miserable. How much love you want? Everybody wants unlimited love. Swami Vivekananda says in his book on Rajkot, wonderful. There cannot be an infinite and immortal love between two finite realities changing all the time and their moods also changing all the time. There cannot be an immortal, infinite love between two finite realities changing all the time and their moods also changing all the time. There can be an infinite and immortal love between infinite Atman and infinite Paramatma. That is Bhakti Yoga. So, we have got heart, why not give the heart to God? Why not love the Lord with that heart? Love the Lord thy heart, thy God with all thy heart, with all thy mind, with all thy strength, with all thy soul. So, that is Bhakti Yoga. So, combine all the four yogas, you will reach the goal quicker. So, that is the message. Combine all the four yogas and you will get happiness and peace. Supreme happiness, supreme peace, eternal happiness, eternal peace, infinite happiness and infinite peace. And of course, eternal life simultaneously. Satchit Anand, all we will get if we can practice all the four yogas in our daily life. So combine all the four yogas. When we combine all the four yogas, what happens? We get the benefits of all the four yogas minus their disadvantages. How? For example, the Jnana Yoga is very, very, very good because it is a shortcut. It's shortcut. But it is dry. Mix it with Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is very good. But the defect is that we become too much sentimental. Swami Vivekananda says those who follow the path of love, sometimes they become too much sentimental. So, combining both the yogas, what will mean? Jnana Yoga, which is very dry, will become little poetic, will become sweet. At the same time, Bhakti Yoga will become more rational. So you will get the benefits of both the yogas minus their disadvantages. Similarly, we are practicing Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga, royal path. And everybody wants to practice Raj Yoga. Then they go for pranayama, breathing, and then suddenly Kundalini goes up and is not going down. And then some people they report to us, "Oh, what to do now? Go to mental hospital." And the doctors are not able to cure this peculiar type of disease. Swami Vivekananda is told, warned in his book on Raj Yoga, without the guidance of a personal guide, teacher, you should not go for practicing these things. But some people, they become over enthusiastic, they try to practice Raj Yoga and they want to meditate for 24 hours. So, this meditation is very important. It reduces blood pressure, bypassed, means physical health, mental health, of course spiritual benefit. So meditation is very good. But we cannot start with 24-hour meditation. So what we can do, we can have meditation morning, evening, and then combine it with Karma Yoga, do work for others. Then what happens? The danger of going to mental hospital is refused. At the same time, when we practice Karma Yoga, what happens? We become egoistic. Oh, I have done so much of work, But when we meditate, we will be able to know. We are only instruments of the Lord. And then when we combine with Bhakti Yoga, oh Lord, I have not performed this thing. This credit, this goes to you, Lord. So when combining Bhakti Yoga with Karma Yoga or Raj Yoga with Karma Yoga will reduce the danger that lies in Karma Yoga. So when we combine all the four yogas, we get all the added advantages of all the four yogas minus their disadvantages, and so we can reach the goal quicker. So we have to practice all the four yogas. When we practice all the four yogas, we get eternal happiness, eternal peace. I don't want eternal happiness, eternal peace. I want happiness and peace every day. Many people they say, okay, for getting happiness and peace in everyday life. I don't care for spirituality, I don't care for Atman, Paramatman, I don't care for spirituality, I don't care for eternal happiness, nothing. I want peace today. I am very much under tension. You do it. For happiness and peace today also, the same four yogas are very, very important. They will give you happiness, peace in every day if you practice four yogas. For example, what is Bhakti Yoga? Prayer. Start praying. Early morning. Of course, sometimes it is difficult for most of the people to get up early morning. Okay, whenever you get up. Prayer. And the best prayer Swami says, very beautiful sentence, he says, at long last you will understand, not now, at long last you will understand that the best way to become happy is to see that others are happy. And the best way to get peace of mind is to pray for others' peace of mind. There's a beautiful prayer. So Swami advocates, every day morning we should start our meditation with this prayer. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, mam kashid dukhamapnuyat. O Lord, let all be happy, let all be healthy, let all attain good, let none become miserable. What a beautiful prayer. Swami says, if you pray like this, what will happen? The person for whom you pray, you may be in New York, you may be in India, you may be in New York, you may be in India, he or she will get peace of mind by your praying. But first you will get peace of mind, then that person will get. First you yourself will get peace of mind. That is the extra benefit you will get when you pray for peace for others. This is what has to be experimented. Many people say, yes, Swamiji, we experimented, we got this. Many say, no, we did not get. I said, there's something wrong in your prayer. So, at that time, when you have to pray, some people they say, they pray, oh Lord, let all be happy. Again they put the bracket, minus my husband. Oh Lord, let all be happy, minus my wife. Oh Lord, let all be happy, minus my mother-in-law. Don't put a bracket there. At the time of prayer, whole day you may fight, doesn't matter. At the time of prayer, that should be holistic. You know the joke of holistic prayer. A person came to the pastor. Father, I am miserable, this recession has come, I have lost my job, I am not getting a job. You pray. Prayer is not working. You see, you must make the prayer effective, then it will work. How to make it prayer more effective? You make it holistic. How to make it holistic? You know, you say it should be unselfish prayer, then it brings result. Then he said, okay, he taught me. He taught the person. You pray like this, oh Lord, if you give me job, then 10% of my salary, I'll give to you for charity. He started praying like that, oh Lord, if you give me job, I'll give, it's okay, 90% benefit, you profit, 8% is zero difficult. After the 90% profit, 10% goes. They say, okay, he started praying, oh Lord, please give me the job, and if I get a job, 10% I'll give for charity, and got a job. And started earning $100 per week and gave $10. Father, charity, please take $10. Gradually it went on increasing. After some time he started getting $1,000 per week. Then he gave $100. And then it came to $10,000. Now he has to give $1,000 per week charity. Father, this is too much. Is there no way out? The father was intelligent. He said, you see, you cannot take back the prayer what you have done. But one thing you can do, you can pray to Lord to reduce your income so that the charity that you have to do is affordable. Anyway, the holistic prayer works. The prayer, that is Bhakti Yoga. Pray for the welfare of all. Pray to the Lord. Then, Raj Yoga, meditation. Let us start. Little bit of meditation will reduce blood pressure. Yes, that is all experimented and verified. Dr. Robert Benson, he made a research and made out, and he was an associate professor of Harvard University, has written a book, The Relaxation Response, and is scientifically verified that those who meditate regularly, their blood pressure goes down. They get mental peace. Their bypass is bypassed by regular meditation. So you get physical health and mental health by meditation. That is why the Time magazine brought out the figure that 10 millions of Americans are regularly meditating, not for realizing God, but for reducing blood pressure, for solving their problems of health. That doesn't matter. They make a beginning. Gradually they will come to the spiritual path. But even then also it's not bad. They are getting happiness and peace by combining this yoga. So I told about Bhakti Yoga, Raj Yoga, similar Gyan Yoga. When we have positive thinking, we read inspiring books. That is the best way. When we are in low spirits, when we are in problem, when we are struggle, many people, just by reading books of Swami Vivekananda, books on Vedanta, they are filled with strength, tremendous strength. Bhagavad Gita, when they receive the message of Bhagavad Gita, they get tremendous strength. The reading of Bhagavad Gita, reading of Swami Vivekananda books, reading of the Upanishads, fill you with strength. And that gives you the power to face the problems of life. Problems will be always there. Swami Vivekananda was asked this question by Khedri Maharaja. Swamiji, what is life? Swamiji immediately replied, my dear prince, life is nothing but the struggle of a being under the circumstances trying to face it down. Struggle will be always there. It is the unfoldment of a being under the circumstances trying to face it down. So there will be struggle, but face it boldly. Face the bruise. That is what Swami Vivekananda told, based on his own life experience. Swamiji, before he came to America, when he was traveling all over the country, in India, he came to Benares and he went to Durga temple. Then after worshipping Durga from the Durga temple, he came out of the temple and he was going. Suddenly a few monkeys, they started chasing him. Very big monkeys, black faces, they were called Hanuman. They started chasing. Swamiji became very afraid. He started running. On one side there was a pond, second side there was a big wall. So he started running on the other direction. And the monkeys were following. After some time he became exhausted. What to do? Suddenly he heard an elderly monk shouting at him, "Hey, Daroma, Bandar ka samna karo. Don't be afraid. Face the brutes." And Swamiji immediately stood like this and faced the monkeys, and with his stick he did like this. All the monkeys fled away. Afterwards, in America, when he was lecturing, he said, that day I learned one of the greatest lessons of my life. Face the brutes. When difficulties come in life, they will come. Difficulties will come in everybody's life at one stage or the other. Don't be afraid. Face the difficulties squarely, and the difficulties will run away. And if you become afraid, the difficulties will overpower you. So face the brutes boldly, courageously. All these books of Swami Vivekananda, books of Vedanta, books of all these help us, that is Dhyana Yoga, in practice. And of course, Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is nothing but more and more unselfishness. Swami Vivekananda says, unselfishness is more pain in the long run. Unfortunately, people do not have the passion to practice it. And Swami Vivekananda wrote to the Prince of Mysore, my dear Prince, this life is short. The vanities of this world are transient. In this short life, they alone live for others. The rest are more dead than the man. And when you work for others, when you pray for others, when you serve others, the first thing you get is peace of mind. I end with an incident which happened in America. When Swami Vivekananda came to Chicago, when he was in Chicago, after the fall of the religions, at that time, the richest person in the world was John D. Rockefeller, the emperor of petroleum industry. And Rockefeller at that time was in low spirits and he was contemplating suicide. He was so much in low spirits. One of his friends suggested, why don't you meet an Indian yogi who has come from all the way from India, who is residing in my friend's house. If you meet him, take his advice, I think you will get peace of mind. And Rockefeller, as you know, was very egoistic. What? I have to go to a beggar for getting advice? You know, we are all beggars. We are all professional beggars. We depend on charity. No, I have to go to beggar for advice. No, I will not. I need not. But one fine morning, suddenly what happened? He came to the place of Swami Vivekananda's residence, called the bell, the butler opened the door. Now he entered inside. Swamiji was not in his drawing room, he was in his study room. Without being announced, he entered the study room. Swamiji was fully engrossed. He used to have a lot of concentration of mind, so he was fully engrossed. He did not notice Rockefeller coming. So Rockefeller knocked at the table and Swamiji looked up. Rockefeller said, I am Rockefeller. And Swamiji asked, what do you want? No, he was not prepared for this type of treatment. Rockefeller, Mr. President of America, would get up. And here is the beggar asking me, what do you want? He became very much annoyed. I don't want anything. Then Swamiji said, Then why have you come? Now he had no answer to reply. Because he had no answer. Because he had come without invitation. Then Swami Vivekananda said, my dear Rockefeller, I know why you have come. You have come here because you do not have peace of mind. And then Swami Vivekananda started telling many incidents from the life of Rockefeller which no one else knew except Rockefeller. Then he became excited. Who has told all this to you? How did you come to know? Then Swami just smiled and said, do you think it's necessary? I can see through your mind as I can see through a glass almanac. Then Rockefeller was very much excited. My God, he has come to know all my secrets. Then Swami Vivekananda said, my dear Rockefeller, I will give piece of advice. Remember, you are not the owner of your wealth. You are only a custodian of your wealth. Utilize this money for relieving the sufferings of millions of people. You will immediately get peace of mind. There is no other way by which you can get peace of mind. First time in the corporate history, Swami Vivekananda told about the trustees of management principle to Rockefeller. But Rockefeller was not prepared, he was egoistic. He became very much annoyed. He dared to advise like this and he left abruptly. As abruptly he had come, he left abruptly. But after 2 days again he came. Similar fashion, called the bell, the butler opened the door, he went inside, Swamiji was not in the drawing room, he went to the study room, Swamiji was fully engrossed, he again knocked on the table, Swamiji looked up and then he put a piece of paper in which he had made an announcement of a very huge donation for a public cause. And Swamiji read it, Rockefeller said, now you must thank me, I have followed your advice. Swamiji said, well, it is for you to thank. Because by following my advice, you will get peace of mind, which cannot be purchased by millions of dollars in the market. So that was the first very huge donation of Rockefeller. Afterwards, he made Rockefeller Foundation, as you know. With that Rockefeller Foundation, so much great work has been done. That Chicago University is standing there with Rockefeller Foundation. There's a Rockefeller Chapel there. I went and saw that Chicago University. And afterwards, he wrote his autobiography. There is more to life than just earning money and enjoyment. Serving others and living for others is a great aim of life. This is what he has written in his autobiography. He has not mentioned the name of Swami Vivekananda, but this is the inspiration that he received, because of which he wrote like this. And afterwards now, Bill Gates, the richest person, got the inspiration from Swami Vivekananda's books, and now he has made charity, he has made Bill Gates Foundation 2000. And last so many years he has been the person who has been giving the highest amount of charity. But he received also his inspiration from the books of Swami Vivekananda. He was asked this question by the journalist in Calcutta. Why do you come to India? Because I have got great respect for Indian spiritual culture. Then how did you know? By reading the books of Swami Vivekananda. Have you gone through the books of Swami Vivekananda? I do not go to bed without reading a few pages from the books of Swami Vivekananda. Karma Yoga is his favorite book. I could not believe this because at that time, I am talking about 10 years back, when I read this, I said, what? Bill Gates is the person who believes in cutthroat policy. How could he? But then later on, when I came to know that he has made an announcement, giving only $10 million for his children, that's all he will give for charity. And really he gave, with $30 million, he started this Millionaire Bill Gates Foundation. And for last few years, he's been the person who is making the highest amount of charity. I can understand now. He must have read the books of Swami Vivekananda. He must have read Karma Yoga, where Swami Vivekananda says, living for others gives you greatest amount of peace of mind. When you give others, others receive, but you receive more than that, and that is the peace of mind. So, practicing these 4 yogas in the daily life will give us eternal happiness, infinite joy, infinite bliss. At the same time, in our daily life also, when we practice these 4 yogas, it will give us happiness and peace. So, I am grateful to Reverend Maharaj for giving the opportunity. I have just given a few glimpses only. But there are so many other things available in my book, Happiness and Peace in Everyday Life. But unfortunately, my number of copies are exhausted. I brought many copies from India, but you know, I'm coming all the way in between. I have been distributing, so I have only very few copies left. It will not be enough to meet the demands of all of you. But what I will say, you can go through my website, and from the website you can download. It is available in PDF form, free of cost. You can download. The website is www.rkmbm.com/sn. RKM is Ramakrishna Mission, Vivek and VM is Vivekananda Memorial. That is the name of our Ashrama in Baroda. You know the historic Dilaram Bungalow, in which Swami Vivekananda himself stayed as the guest of the then Diwan Manibhai Jasbhai. In 1892, in Vadodara, now it was in Baroda, now it is Vadodara, about 5 hours journey from Bombay, very near Bombay, western belt of India. All of you are welcome when you go to India, you must visit us, you are most welcome. So, there we have started many activities. After we received the bungalow on 18th April 2005, the government of Gujarat handed over this bungalow for converting to visiting memorial. We have made the room in Swami estate as the meditation room, the library, mobile medical unit, and we have prison reform work, and we have slum development project, value education programs. So many activities have been started. So you must visit that ashrama when you come to India. So there, in that is the place, Baroda. So name of the place is Ramakrishna Mission Vivekanand Memorial. So that is why RKM, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekanand Memorial is VM. So rkmvm.com/SN, Swami Nikhileswarananda SN. So if you go to that website, you can download that whole book, and of course there are many other articles and CDs, etc. You can download. All the PDF form and the CDs are there. I think I have given enough this one. I have taken time because my time is ending. So at the end, once again, I extend my heart invitation to all of you to visit Vadodara when you come to India. I offer my pranams at the feet of Swami Ramakrishna for giving this opportunity of meeting you all, and my humble prayers at the feet of the holy trio, Shri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, so that they may shower their blessings on all of us, so that we may be able to practice this message of Vedanta that they have given, a message of harmony of 4 yogas, which is given in our emblem also. The emblem gives the message of harmony of 4 yogas, practicing 4 yogas in daily life, so that we can get eternal happiness, eternal life, eternal peace, and also happiness and peace in everyday life.